What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are going to be heading out this morning to Victorville, California, and we're going to be paying a visit to Armin. If any of you guys don't know who Armin is my tuner. He is also an engine builder and also a transmission builder, which I honestly did not know, because if that was the case, I would have set my engine with Armin, and I didn't find all of this out until after my engine was already at the machine shop. So it is what it is. Engine got built. But what we're going to be doing is actually dropping off the same engine that we got built with Armin to get inspected. There's just been some stuff that has been lingering in the back of my brain. It's my own mentality that kind of fucks me over. Sorry for the language, but it just screws me over all the time and gets the best out of me. So what I decided to go ahead and do was reach out to Armin, ask Armin what he would charge me to fully inspect this engine to make sure that it is going to do what it needs to do. Make sure everything was within spec from what I was told on a quote-unquote spec sheet that I was given, because I was not given a full-on blueprinted spec sheet. I was given a piece of lined paper with a bunch of writing on it, which honestly did not line up to me. So that is the main reason why I am sending this engine off to Armin to get inspected, and it's just to make sure all the clearances are correct and that we can make the power that he says that we can make on it. This engine is supposed to make roughly around anywhere from 750 to 850 horsepower. That is what it's supposed to be built for. It is a full piston and rod setup, valve train setup, has pretty much everything in it except for cams. And the main reason why I didn't do cams was because Armin told me there's no need for that unless I'm trying to hit 1,000 horsepower, which I'm not trying to do on the street car. So let's go ahead and head over there anyways, because it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive to get up to Armin. He is in Victorville, California, and there is a lot of traffic going up the hill. So let's go ahead and head over there and drop off the engine, get his opinion, and hopefully see what he tells me. And before we head out, I'm not sure if I think I told you guys on the last couple of videos, I did redo the downpipe. So it was no longer straight coming down this way anymore like the weak spec that I did. I made it curve all the way down. So I did get back to all that and start working on it. One thing I do want to start doing in this video is start on the whole charge pipe setup and do all of the cold sides. So let's go ahead and head to Victorville, get what we got to get done, and come back and start on the whole cold side setup. Alright guys, so I had to make a quick pit stop real quick, get myself a Red Bull, bag of chips, because it's about a 2-hour drive right now with the traffic that we're going to get up the hill. So hopefully we can get up there soon, drop off the engine, get back and get to work, because really hoping that this won't take forever. Won't take a long time for the engine to get inspected, but again, I'm not going to rush Armin. I want Armin to do what he needs to do, because I do want to put this engine in. I want to put it in safely. I want to get this car running and dynoed so that we can attend some more events and get back on the street, man, because I miss driving this damn car, and it's already been too damn late, too long actually. So yeah, hopefully we can make it. Alright guys, so we just exited here in Victorville. Been about an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes so far. It says we're about another 6 minutes away, so we should be arriving there soon and hopefully drop it off so we can get back, because on the way back it looks like there's a lot more traffic than what it was coming up this way. So gotta do what we gotta do, right? Just making sure that this engine is gonna survive. Alrighty guys, so we just left Armin's shop here in Victorville, and we chopped it up for about 20-25 minutes, just going over everything that we're going to be doing to the engine. He's mainly going to be inspecting every single bearing, every single rod, make sure all the clearances are correct, and just make sure everything adds up to the spec sheet that I was given. There's some stuff that, as I stated, that we're just skeptical on. We're probably going to end up changing out, which is probably the bearings, to give us a little bit more clearance so that we can run a higher or thicker viscosity of oil. It's just preference. It's basically what Armin told me is it's safer to run the thicker oil, so that way it takes longer for it to water down, I guess you could say, and thin out. Boosted is always going to thin out your oil, and it's always going to get probably watered down because of the E85, the moisture condensation that gets in it. So that is what we are going to be doing, is probably going over to a bigger size bearing, but he's going to keep me posted. He's going to have it for about 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks. I'm in no rush either way, because we still have a lot to do to the all-wheel drive EK, and we're still finalizing other parts for like the Silver Surfer sedan, We're trying to get that ready so that we can just cruise around with it, drive around, have fun with it with my son, and that way I can take him out driving and practicing, because that's the next step for him to learn how to drive it, so since it is manual. But either way, we should have the engine back again in about a few weeks, so we'll see how it goes, man. And for everybody, I'm just bringing this up now. I don't know, some people may disagree with me, may agree with me, and say that, you know, trust my engine builder. It's not that I don't trust them, it's just there's some stuff that we were kind of just not fully 100% committed to, and that is the reason why I never threw it into the car. That's why it's not in the car. That's why I never got the well, I'm still waiting on the transmission to get done. So it's just those little things that I'm really kind of skeptical about, and it's just kind of worrisome in my back head. So that is the reason why I brought it to Armin, to make sure if we're a Golden, so we can run the 2050, or do we have to go oversized bearings. And by the looks of it, from the standard bearings, from what Armin told me, we may have to go a small clearance over so we can have the clearance for the 1540 or the 2050 oils. So we'll see how everything turns out. He'll keep me updated in the next couple of weeks, and we'll swap out whatever we need to swap out. So let's go ahead and head back home, get busy on the all-wheel drive sedan, and start making a little bit of progress, at least on the charge pipes, if we possibly can. All right, guys, so for the people that are not familiar with a little bit of the background of me, for myself, is that I used to be a truck driver, and I used to deliver heavy equipment, excavators, bulldozers, you know, rock trucks, etc. You know, I did all that for about 8 years, 9 years, and I got tired of it, following the whole damn, you know, commercial side of truck driving. It was just a really pain in the ass. And to give you guys a little bit of what I used to do, not to this extreme, but I used to deliver big machines like this excavator over here. You can't see it if you can, but I used to deliver big excavators, and the scales used to be down here, and it's just crazy to see how instead of destroying this older scales that was right across from the other side coming up northbound going into Vegas, that they decided to go ahead and build another one coming down a hill and invest so much money to buy a new property, I guess. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It's the state of California, you know, so funded. So anyways, yeah, little backstory, guys. Alrighty, guys, so change of plans. I actually just made a quick pit stop to Driver B Shop DFR Race, and that is where we do the tuning with Armin. That's the dyno spot where we go to dyno all-wheel drive sedan in front-wheel drive mode. So spoke to Driver B, and he asked me if I can do him a favor. He needed some bungs welded onto the valve cover, so I said, fuck it, why not? Let's go ahead and just, you know, weld it up for him, do him a favor. I told him I wasn't removing the baffles or any of that stuff, and he was okay with that. So we're gonna see if we can get these welded up for him and delivered to him tonight, so that way he can have them. He says he really needs them tonight, so we're gonna do our best to get it done. So catch you guys pretty much at home. Let's weld up these valve covers, bring them back to Driver B for his customers. Alright, guys, so I was having issues with the valve cover. I was welding it up and everything was going pretty well, but on certain areas it would just blow through it. It had so much contamination. Again, I didn't clean it because he told me not to worry about it, but I should have known best. It just kept blowing out right here. So we're gonna have to like kind of grind it down. I'm gonna have to get like the flap disc or something and try to take a little bit of that off to clean it up a little bit. But either way, I mean, I did the best that I possibly could with it, and I think my machine's actually taking the shit on me, so I got to figure all that out. So I still got one more valve cover to do, but it's just mainly that part, because everything was literally going pretty well, and then it started blowing out here, and the heat wasn't even that bad. It was literally set to only 60, so it wasn't the heat that was getting to it. It's literally just the material alone being so corrosive and so contaminated. The oil just literally kept like making it really bad to weld, and so I had to keep restarting, clean it, restart it. So I mean, it is what it is. I did the best that I could, and we're just gonna go ahead and clean that up. So when it comes down to the other valve cover I gotta do, I'm waiting for the homie William to get back home from work. He has another bung. I thought I had some, but I only have steel, and I thought they were aluminum, but it's actually steel for my my oil pan that we are going to be tapping and welding it to the oil pan instead of the side of the timing chain cover. So this is where the other one got to go. I did not do this one, but yeah, we're going to have to weld the other one here around the same area, make sure that they're straight, and then that way once I get that, then we can just lock it in. So yeah, we'll pick back up once it's time to weld up the other one, and then we'll just head back to B's shop later on and deliver it to him. Alrighty guys, so let's head to driver B's shop again, drop off the valve covers. Got both of them welded. I really didn't record any of it, but both of them are welded, so let's go drop them off. Alrighty guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's been a few days. I haven't touched any car. I was supposed to go home and work on the EK, and things just kind of got hectic for me, so I wasn't able to do anything. I honestly just took a break from it because I needed to clear my mind, man, just being straight up. So today we do got a little bit going on, so I figured let's finish this video off. Let's go ahead and head to some runs. So I haven't done one in a while, so these are going to be pretty quick. These are 2 call outs that have been going down between 2 different people and another crew, I guess you can say. 2 cars are from one crew, if I'm not mistaken, and then the other 2 are from a different one. So there's 2 different cars that are going to be going at it, or 4 different cars that are going to be going at it, you know, 2 from each side, and we're going to see who takes the dub on each one of them. These are call outs. These are fast ass cars, and I mean fast ass cars. So we'll see who takes the dub. And speaking of dubs, look at that dub right there, man. That dub was freaking clean. I mean, dope. Well, anyways, back to the whole thing of Mexico. Let's go see who takes the dub in this Mexico stuff, man, because I'm really curious. These are fast ass cars, 2 of them that I know that are fast. There's another one that I know is fast, but I just want to double check to, I guess not double check, I just want to see who takes the dub straight up. So yeah, let's get to it, guys.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Alrighty guys, so we just pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my phone because my GoPro's gonna die. So I'm just gonna start recording from this point on, who's racing who, and then we'll go from there, guys. So just quick reminder, switching over to the phone, and hopefully the coverage will be a little bit better there. Now I can keep everything on my phone and we'll upload it with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what goes down.
I don't know. So she has to do.
Junior for the win. Killer B crew. EG hatch, broken axle, or trans. And you got Fat Kid, what's up next, versus the other Killer B, EM1 blue car. Junior, right here, bro. Killer B. Up next.
She came on hard. Hey, I think I penetrated the metals pretty good. That shit's still on there.
That third gear eats on that fucking Integra. I think Fat Kid took that one. Green Coupe took the win. Bakersfield. One win Bakersfield, one win here.